Denise sa labas. Sa labas.
Si Denise, pinuking pa eh. No?
But thank you once again to the ladies of the big story. Abangan nyo mamaya dahil volleyball kami.
Yay!
Si Denise Tan ang mag-highlights mamaya.
Very nice.
Hindi, maraming highlights ngayon. Sobrang dami
Yes.
nagyari. Di ba yung Gilas, busy din, may friendly.
Altang nagbabasa ka, ha?
Kasi ako sa TV kanina.
Okay. Lulusot ka pa.
Lunchtime.
Okay,
Thank you
tell
once
us
again
about
to
it.
Sean, to Regina, and to Pauline. We've got Gilas Pilipinas, as Sean mentioned, getting ready to face Chinese Taipei in the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers, plus rewards for the national curling team for their historic gold in the Asian Winter Games.
And we've got updates from the UAP Season 87 men's and women's volleyball tournaments, including a huge setback for the Ateneo Blue Eagles.
And don't forget, Denise Tan will be doing the highlights later on. Stick around for that. I'm Andre Felix.
I'm Denise Tan, sitting in for Cheska Liton-Calao.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy leaves, let it! Future moves, puts it on. Unbelievable! Gemma on the left side. Oh, attack! Stopping another one! Bakunas rejecting Estebo for the point.
Well, Denise, kanina pinag-uusapan natin with Sean, di ba, bumanter siya. Gilas Pilipinas, it's back to the FIBA hard court for the national team tomorrow as the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers resume. The Philippines will face Chinese Taipei to open the final window. Take a look at your screens right now. Action will tip off at 7 p.m. at the Taipei Heping Basketball Gymnasium. Gilas wasted no time getting ready for the game a day after landing on enemy grounds. The Philippines is already in the Asia Cup after going 4-0 so far in the qualifiers. But do expect the team to still give it their all against a revamped Chinese Taipei side that's looking to advance to the final qualifying tournament. Chinese Taipei is currently 1-3 in the qualifiers, good enough for third out of 4 teams in Group B. Ahead of tomorrow's game, Chinese Taipei added a couple of notable players to their lineup, including Japan B-League cager Al-Bashir Gadiaga and 7-footer Brandon Gilbeck. Gilas and Chinese Taipei last met a year ago in the qualifiers' first window, with the Philippines claiming a blowout 106-53 win here at home at the Phil Sports Arena. The Gilas 12-man lineup for tomorrow's game includes Justin Brownlee, of course, AJ Edu, Scotty Thompson, Dwight Ramos, CJ Perez, Chris Newsom, Carl Tamayo, Calvin Oftana, Kevin Kiambao, Troy Rosario, Japet Malonzo, and Jamie Malonzo, and Japet Aguilar.
Now, in preparation for the final window of the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers, Gilas Pilipinas had a training camp and played in a mini tournament in Doha, Qatar. But their campaign was less than ideal, winning only one of their 3 exhibition games. Gilas head coach Tim Cone hopes the team brought some lessons from Qatar for their matchup against Chinese Taipei tomorrow. Watch this.
Honestly, it's been disappointing so far. We didn't perform as well as we wanted to in Doha. Anytime we're playing on the world stage against other national teams, it's very important that we win. No doubt about it. We want to represent our country well, and we want to we want our fans back home to feel proud. But the bottom line was the Doha game was a camp, a learning camp for us, a development camp for us. So as much as they were important, they weren't crucial. But now we're in the crucial part of it when we're coming here into Taiwan. It's been tough, but as we said from the very, very beginning, we wanted it to be tough. We wanted to think that teams learn from adversity. Teams learn when it's really hard, and that's why you have hard practices and why you play tough opponents, because that makes you better. So we're hoping that Doha experience, it's like I said, it's disappointing, but we hope it makes us better. You know, I mean, we're trying to erase all the bad juju that happened to us in the Middle East. You know, it was tough. It was not a lot of fun watching teams beat us up, and we knew we should have played better. We should have been better. But again, that is then, and that's the past, and that had nothing to do with the qualifiers or our world ranking or anything. They were truly, you know, practice games. So this is where we need to be locked in, and you know, we'll find out. Was that too hard for us? Did it exhaust us too much for this, or did it prime us for this? And we're hoping it'll prime us into the Taiwan game day after tomorrow. I thought the practice was really high energy today. I thought the guys were out there, they were having fun. We wanted to have a positive practice. We wanted to be competing, and I thought we saw all that today. And you know, this is just not a time for us to rest. We can't afford to rest right now. We just got to keep pushing and moving forward. And so far, you know, this team has been really, really good about moving forward, putting the last things behind them, and just keep on battling. So we expect to come out and battle against Taiwan. We know they're going to be a lot better than when we played them the last time. They got a new import. They got a new coach. We got a couple new players from the Japan League and one from the CBA, Chinese Basketball Association. So we expect a much stiffer fight this time around, but I think we're ready for it.
Good luck to Gilas Pilipinas. Now from one national team, let's move to another. The Philippine men's curling team gets a well-deserved reward for making history at the Asian Winter Games in Harbin, China. The Philippine Olympic Committee, or POC, granted each member of the squad $5,000 US, or that's around 290,000 pesos, for winning the country's first ever gold medal from the continental event. Brother Mark and Enrico Feister, Christian Haller, Alan Frey, and alternate Benjo Delarmente personally received the cash incentives from Philippine Olympic Committee President Bambol Tolentino. The POC is now taking serious steps in helping the team qualify for next year's Milano Cortina Winter Olympics. We'll have volleyball updates coming your way after a quick timeout. We'll bring you updates on the UAAP men's and women's volleyball games next, when play-by-play returns only here on One News.
And we're back. Thanks for joining us here on Play by Play. The NU Lady Bulldogs show no mercy against the depleted Ateneo Lady Eagles to go up 2-0 to start the UAP Women's Volleyball Tournament. The defending champions claimed yet another straight sets victory, 25-23, 25-19, and 25-15 at the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center in San Juan. Alyssa Solomon led the scoring this time with 12 points on 10 attacks, 1 block, and 1 ace. Lams Lamina continued her stellar playmaking with 14 excellent sets, and Vanji Alinsog and Bella Belen tallied 10 and 9 points respectively. NU was also able to field in all of its players during the win. After facing an Ateneo team riddled with injuries, NU head coach Sherwin Meneses hopes his team is spared from these misfortunes during their campaign.
Siyempre, sobrang happy kasi yung mga bench player namin talagang ready. Pag pinasok mo, talaga nito-contribute talaga. Yun naman lagi yung sinasabi namin sa training na lahat kailangan magtrabaho, ready, maging competitive sa bawat point na darating sa kanila. So, happy kami kasi nag-contribute lahat ng bench player namin. Hopefully, mga next game, mag-contribute pa sila. As of now, medyo okay, pero syempre, mahaba yung UAP double round. So, I think, yung first round, dapat na-maintain namin yung fitness ng bawat isa. Hopefully, less injury kasi napaka-importante ng mga games. So, I think 100% sila talaga ngayong conference. Pero yun nga, sabi ko, masyadong mahaba yung UAP. So, kailangan namin i-maintain talaga, tignan talaga.
Meanwhile, Ateneo head coach Sergio Veloso is urging the Blue Eagles to keep pushing forward amid early challenges in UAP Season 87. Besides back-to-back defeats to start their campaign, the team has lost key players Zel Sushanima and J-Lo de los Santos to season-ending injuries. Sunashima had a bad fall at Ateneo's match against Adamson last Sunday, breaking both the tibia and fibula in her left leg. She has since undergone surgery and is now on the road to recovery. As for De Los Santos, she suffered an ACL injury during a tune-up game ahead of their season opener. She will get surgery in the coming days. Despite these setbacks, Veloso remains firm in his strong hearts, strong minds mantra, motivating the Blue Eagles to keep fighting through the season.
It's our word, strong heart, strong mind. Okay, and what I told the players, sometimes we don't know what God proposed, okay, but we know this is a time to show we have a strong heart and a strong mind, and it's a part of the sport. When you play in a high-level sport, sometimes you have a kind of accident, and this situation is totally accident, okay, and but with the girls so strong. Okay, our program in physical condition, and she can recover faster. Okay, this is one of the protocols of our plan. Okay, you need to prepare. Okay, you need to prevent. Okay, some situation. But when this situation happening, you need to return faster.
Now, Ateneo's men's team put up a greater fight in their battle against NU, but the Bulldogs still came up with a victory. Ateneo actually won a tight first set, but the four-peat champs aren't four-peat champs for nothing as they fought back to claim the next 3 frames. It was as tough as it could get with 3 extended sets, with the Bulldogs taking the win 23-25, 26-24, 27-25, and 29-27. 3 players scored in double figures for NU, led by Leo Ordiales' 14 points. The Bulldogs' net defense was also in full display, tallying 18 blocks against Ateneo's 11. NU's Peng Tagibolos led the way in that department with 6 rejections on his way to 13 points. Kennedy Batas tried to carry the Eagles with 21 markers in a losing cause. NU head coach Dante Alinsunurin talks about his team passing the acid test and coaching against his former players, Ateneo head coach Vince Mangulabnan and assistant Peter Torres. The two played for the Bulldogs under Alinsunurin, winning 2 titles in season 75 and 76.
Ginawa naman niya yung ating person talaga. Yung trabaho talaga nila, kung ano yung game plan nila, nakuha nila. Pero talaga yung pinipilit namin na makuha yung rating namin sa laro. Talagang hindi namin makuha ng percent. Buti na lang ng second set ay paano. Nakuha namin pero matik na rin. And yun, sabi ko, importante lang kung ano ba yung nagiging challenges natin ngayon, kailangan naman siya matutunan. Kasi dadalhin natin sa mga ibang game pa. Ngayon, una, tumatanda na ako. Kasi, di ba, parang yung player na ako na nagpo-coach ngayon. Pero hindi ko pa ma-imagine ng time na yun. Pero ngayon, nakita ko na. Sobrang masaya ako sa naging magiging coach na ngayon kasi pinakita naman nila sa amin yung gusto nila mag-ayos sa team niya. And naging maganda yung performance nila. And talagang pupunta sa lito talaga na rating. Yung mindset na natin sa Manalo. Talaga nang nagkakabata mo lang kami medyo na-maximize na namin yung mga unforced our error nila. Ay pagkakala sa amin na ulit namin.
Meantime, the UP Fighting Maroons pull off an upset over the FEU. Lady Tamaraos, UP took the stunner in 4 sets, 23-25, 25-23, 25-17, and 25-23. This marks UP's first win over FEU in 2 years, with their last victory dating back to season 84 back in 2022. After dropping the opening set, the Fighting Maroons quickly bounced back, taking the next 3 behind clutch plays from Joan Monares, Nia Aitang, and rookie Kian Olango. With FEU pushing for a 5th set, Monares brought UP within 2 points before Olango's crucial block set up match point. Etang then sealed the win with a well-placed tip. Olango led the charge with 17 points, built on 13 attacks, 3 blocks, and a service ace.
Meanwhile, FEU's men's team dominated the UP Fighting Maroons for their second win in the UAP volleyball tournament. Apart from a relatively tighter first set, the Tamaraos endured little resistance from the Diliman side. Final score 25-21, 25-16, and 25-18. Drake Saavedra was unstoppable for FEU, tallying 13 points, 12 off attacks. UP's Olayemi Rahim tried to pace up with 16 markers but to no avail. And coming up, a look into some of the best plays from the UAP volleyball action earlier today. Don't miss out on that when play-by-play returns.
You're watching Play-by-Play only here on One News. Welcome back. Lonnie Walker IV makes his return to the NBA, this time as a member of the Philadelphia 76ers. Walker has agreed to a 2-year, $3.7 million deal. The athletic guard last saw action in the NBA last season with the Brooklyn Nets. For the current season, he took part in the Boston Celtics training camp but failed to make the final roster. He then took his talents to the EuroLeague to play for Zalgiris Kaunas. Walker is now set to enter his 7th NBA season. Walker was drafted back in 2018 when the San Antonio Spurs picked him 18th overall.
That is right. Wala kayong nakitang mali dito. No need to adjust your screens. I am, for the first time, doing the highlight reel tonight because we've got an all-volleyball lineup courtesy of the UAAP. First up, we have from the men's division, FEU versus UP, Donggala with a serve. They set up Rahim here. He will try from the middle, and that is off the block. FEU somehow keeps it alive, but they will give up a cross-court hit there. Coming from Saavedra, they somehow make it work. There was a solid effort from Taliasan to keep that ball alive. But again, just a powerful hit coming from Saavedra. Saavedra leading the way and ending with 13 markers to give FEU a win over UP. Okay, next up, from the women's division, you have Monares with the serve. They go to Aces, to Haboneta with a solo block. And look at her celebrate. We call that the monster block, actually. And that caps off the Fighting Maroons' 7-0 run in the third set. UP would actually go on to stun FEU in 4 sets. Now we go back to the men's division. NU versus Ateneo this time. They go back to the opposite side. That was a block. They keep it alive one more time. They give up a free ball. This time trying again to the open hit, down the line hit. And that works for Ateneo. Look at them cheer again. Batas. Batas, naging batas. With 21 points to lead all scorers. I just had to make that up. Okay, from the same game, this time from NU side, Pasino will serve. Again, they will try to set up. Batas, this time just tipping it over. They give up the free ball. NU will try again. Going back to Batas, and Batas targeting zone 6 this time. Easy peasy, no problem. And Ordiales rather. Ordiales ba ulit? Oh, Ordiales with the same play. That's a different side now. Again, take a look at it again. From the opposite side, going down the line, and he finds a corner in zone 5. Ordiales just keeping NU ahead against Ateneo. He finished with team high 14 points as the Bulldogs takes down the Eagles in 4th set. And last but not the least, from the women's side once more, De Guzman serves. Solomon from the opposite side with a cross-court hit targeting zone 1. Mahirap talaga yung zone na yan. It was an emphatic cross-court hit coming from Solomon. But that will not end there. We're going to be seeing or showing you another play where Solomon will show us her defensive side. A monster block coming from Alyssa Solomon. And again, back-to-back points from Solomon, helping NU sweep Ateneo to start the season with a 2-0 record.
Galing! Galing! Kayang-kaya kahit nakapikit. Napakahusay. Napakahusay. Para lang po malinaw, sinadjust ko po, mag-highlight si Denise.
Stress ako
Hindi.
Na-stress
Si
ako
Batas,
nandun.
ang galing. Si Batas, naging Batas.
Nawala eh.
Panalo, panalo. Okay, here's another good vibe story before we go. Kyle Kuzma will have a follow-up to his 2020 ring, but this one's outside the basketball court. The Bucks forward has announced his engagement with Canadian model Winnie Harlow. The couple shared the news on social media where Harlow showed her engagement ring as they kissed. The two had reportedly been in a relationship since 2020. Congratulations to Kyle Kuz and Winnie. Grabe, no? Oh, yung actually, I was talking to color producer about it. Nakilala niya daw dahil Victoria's Secret model.
Yes, oo.
Si Winnie Harlow. Yeah, so...
I think she was on America's Next Top Model or something.
Okay.
I believe, I think it was Tyra Banks who discovered her kasi.
I see. All right, okay. So, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Kay Kuze and kay Winnie Harlow. Alam mo naman, close eh. Thank you all. So, thank you by the way for
Thank
sitting
you.
in. Thank
Stress
you.
ako, pero
Silas
it was fun.
Beck.
That was fun.
Galing. Chibog na chibog eh. That's all from us tonight. Catch us again tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. for a play-by-play of today's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV Channel 8 on SD and Channel 250 on HD. We're also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
So, alam mo na. Ikaw na mag-highlights lagi. I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Denise Tan, sitting in for Cheska Liton-Calao. Thank you for watching.